Please join me in welcoming Catherine Stickney to the podium for further remarks.
Thank you, Lauren, and thank you, Nasdaq. It's such a great honor to have Parity.org ring the closing bell for Women's Equality Day to recognize the ever-present need for women's equal rights and equal representation around the world. Parity.org is only 2 years old, and already we've lit a spark. We ask companies to take the Parity Pledge, to interview at least one qualified woman for every open role, VP and higher. And as a result, these companies are advancing women and creating an environment of equal power and representation starting at the top with their boards and their executive teams, where the gender gap is really at its widest. I'd like to thank the 400 organizations that have taken the Parity Pledge to narrow this gap, including Nasdaq and other Nasdaq companies, as Lauren said, Adobe, Cisco, but also Overstock, Ancestry, and so many more. And other great companies like Best Buy, Oracle, Amex, and Lyft have taken the pledge. I'm joined today by founding members of Parity.org, Ralph Lauren, MongoDB, Aetion, and Zeta Venture Partners. I'm also joined by board member Mark Gorenberg and our head of communications, Lauren Birch. Thank you for joining me on this important day of reflection about the fact that half the world's population is still significantly underpaid, underemployed, and underrepresented. The numbers tell a compelling story. A McKinsey Global Institute report found that $12 trillion could be added to the global GDP by 2025 by advancing women's equality. The impact is roughly equivalent to the size of the combined Chinese and US economies together. Furthermore, it's been shown that companies that reach at least 30% gender parity on their boards and their C-suites are 15% more profitable than those who haven't. So it's not just the right thing to do, it's the smart thing to do. The economic and social future that we want rests on achieving equal power, equal pay, and equal representation. You can do something about it today. I challenge every company CEO, HR leader, CHRO, diversity leader who's listening to this message to take 1 minute and go to Parity.org and press the green button and take the Parity Pledge. And that's just to simply agree to interview at least one qualified woman for an open leadership position. We can reach gender equality in our lifetime simply by making a public commitment, being intentional, and taking action. So thank you.